Frankenstein or the modern Prometheus has everyone wondering whether Shelley meant it as a warning or an homage to future scientists. To begin, a brief summary of the novel. This book was published in 1818 by Mary Shelley. It follows the life of Victor Frankenstein, who uses his knowledge and science to create life. He reanimates a creature using human parts, yet this creation goes very wrong and causes misery as well as Victor's own demise. I believe that this novel was meant as a warning to future scientists regarding the creation of life and the various consequences related to it and other dangerous discoveries. Victor creates a being with a separate consciousness and neglects it, and he creates something unnatural that the world is not prepared for. In creating the monster, Victor does not take time to evaluate the consequences this monster will have. Fully immersed in its creation, he doesn't think about what it will be like when he is done creating the monster who possesses a separate consciousness that we have yet to understand. Due to not evaluating the consequences, Victor must deal with the results of his creation and take responsibility. Here's an important quote following the death of the creature's first victim. I, not in deed but in effect, was the true murderer. Victor knows the monster is responsible, but the creator is equally responsible. Victor learns his mistakes, as later on more of his loved ones will suffer. After the creation of the monster, Victor leaves and neglects to care for and teach the monster. The creature has to go off and learn about the real world all by himself with no guidance. He therefore picks up on certain things he shouldn't. The creature is saddened that everyone is frightened of him and decides to turn on his creator, knowing he is more powerful. You are my creator, but I am your master. Obey. For not taking proper care of him, the monster has decided to punish Victor, his creator. The monster was left without a mom or family and wanders the world alone, for there is no one like him, so he takes his anger out on Victor. Oops. A modern scientific pursuit that can be linked to this would be artificial intelligence, essentially creating a separate being to perform tasks. However, we have yet to evaluate all the consequences of this action. The world of technology is moving so quickly with new creations daily and add-ons to the old ones. AI's most common definition is the science of making machines do things that will require intelligence if done by men. For now, robots are being programmed to perform certain tasks. At this point, humans are able to know the tasks the robot is programmed to perform and hopefully nothing more. However, they eventually want to create a program for AIs that rivals the innate intelligence of the human brain. This has a chance of going very bad, especially if the robots decide to turn against their creators and programmers. Victor created something unnatural that didn't follow with how the world goes, and the world was not prepared for this abnormal thing to be introduced. Creation of new life can be immoral if not properly taken care of. Victor was still grieving the death of his mother when he went away to Ingolstadt, and the idea of reanimating a creature may have been in Victor's steps to bringing his mother back. From all that he learned, Victor's temptations got the best of him. He wanted to create something life-changing and revolutionary, secretly in hopes that he could save his loved ones from future despair. Yet as we see in the following quote, torn by remorse, I beheld those loved spend vain sorrow upon the graves of William and Justine, the first hapless victims to my unhallowed arts. His unnatural creation did more wrong than good. The creature created was never before seen and therefore didn't act the same. He created a being about 8 foot tall, and once animated, he fled. The monster learns revenge and can't sympathize with humans. Shelley is therefore warning the creation of life, not by natural purposes. The monster doesn't feel bad about murdering people. As much as the creature tried to learn the right ways, he was always hated by the people because they were disgusted by him. Therefore he turned against them and his creator. The villagers which the monster attempted to befriend were frightened, for they had never seen anything like this. His unnatural stature and ghastly appearance appalled them. A modern scientific pursuit that can be linked to this immoral and unnatural creation would be designer babies. Designer babies are a modern scientific pursuit that is about to be realized in the next couple of years. It's essentially genetically modified babies. Not only would this be immoral, but the world is not ready to have customized babies. It would cause many problems, especially for the parents who wouldn't be able to afford it. It would cause even more separation between classes. Genetically modified babies is morally wrong, and there's plenty of room for mistake. Harm can come to both the carrier of the child and the child as well. Many things can go wrong when you try and mess with the natural way of life. In conclusion, many things in the novel point towards it being a warning to modern scientists. One quote that really stuck out to me was the following: "Learn from me, if not by my precepts, at least by my example, how dangerous is the acquirement of knowledge, and how much happier that man is who believes his native town to be the world, than who aspires to become greater than his nature will allow." Essentially meaning that obtaining knowledge can be dangerous, especially when used to perform or make something that goes against nature.